Joburg dropping to an overnight low of 10 degrees, peaking at 25. Pretoria 11 and 27, Vereeniging 9 and 26. Lerato Huffela, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited. Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored. High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions. And most importantly, independent in mind. This is a normal response. Are you ready? Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The president of Basketball Africa League, Amadou Gallo Fall. Can you talk us through that journey and the transition as well, and how this league literally came about?
We just, make the game relevant in the sporting landscape across the continent, make it accessible for young people to play it.
Changing and re-engineering sports on the continent and the world.
Between you and the ESCOM CEO, I don't know who's got the most difficult job, but I need to ask, are we ever going to have a season where ABC Motsepe leagues are concluded without DC cases?
Mr. CEO.
Because when you knock and speak about ABC Motsepe, they said no, but Wafana is not performing.
#MSW.
Oh man, what a beautiful story of the Norwegians contributing what they've collected to donate to Emil Baran and his family. It just goes to show that foreigners, they never ever forget their heroes.
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The SAFA CEO, Advocate Tebogo Motlanthe, is with us, sir. What's your feeling about the state of the game right now under the auspices of SAFA?
One will say the status of football is not where one would expect it to be.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Oh man, before we start off with our legend for today, talking about legends, on the 21st of April will forever be a very sad one for the South African football fraternity, simply because it was on this exact day 8 years ago that a very vital cog of Bafana Bafana's unstoppable machine, if you remember back to the Africa Cup of Nations, the glory of 1996, he left this world at just the age of 49 years of age. And I'm talking about John Shoes Moshoeu, where today at the Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, they reflected on his life. Some of the kids that are getting cancer treatment, all of them attending, Mike Ntombele and Tlantla Kubeka, legends of the game, all coming through. The family was there. The staff of the hospital that really nursed him up until the final stages of his life on earth, there simply to live and to celebrate what was a very highly gifted individual, but also one who loved to read.
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
As we reflect back on the life and the times of John Shoes Moshoeu, Witlale as well as Umbali are here in studio. Son and daughter, the birthday, the 18th would mean what to you? And how would you today in 2019 have celebrated it?
If you're still around.
Yeah.
So usually it was more a relation of a phone call, a time of it was it.
Yes.
They will laugh, that is into an age or something,
Sure.
He never expected it though, which I think that was the nice part when you look back at it, that okay, there would always be a card or he comes through when I was still trying to teach myself how to bake, not the best biscuits, but he'd still eat them.
It was the effort.
Yes. So there's always something that one would try and do just to say, hey, you're here, thank you for being here.
#MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
So that's exactly what happened on the 21st of the 4th, 2015. We lost the late John Lesiba Shoes Moshoeu, passing on, having made 78 Bafana Bafana appearances. So today, We switch on to a living legend as we remember the soul, the life and the times of John Shoes Moshoeu. You're listening to 947, you're listening to Vuma FM, Rise FM, and of course on Sowetan Live, an interactive show. Plenty of tributes. I actually foresee today as being very little talk from our guests, but a lot of people actually showering him with praises, something that he doesn't get a lot of. But you know what? Today's going to be different. You can simply watch on YouTube. A lot of people are already logging on. You can send us your questions even on that platform. And if you're lucky enough to have watched this man bringing on the magic at Orlando Pirates as well as Mamelodi Sundowns, amongst others, way back in the 1980s as well as the 90s, then you'd understand why he's called Dan Dance. He certainly made opponents dance to his tunes. Very independent in the same way that he does now with his coaching. What a talent. What a talent. I mean, these days, well, he dances on the touchlines. In fact, he does more than dance on the touchlines. A genuine talent during his playing days. Dance's football journey is a classic bitter-sweet tale. Now, most of you often criticize him for dancing to the tune of one particular club, Chairman, yeah, over and over and over again. But hey, we're glad that he dances to our tune whenever we ask him to honor the invite for us to honor and to celebrate his enormous contribution to the beautiful game. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Dance Malesela joins me here. Dance, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Good to see you, Robs. Thank you.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a long while. Been a while.
When was the last time you went to the farm?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Are you like seriously farming there? Because, I mean, that's a legacy that was left by your old man.
No, not really, because there is a water problem in the area, so it slowed down a little bit.
Slowed down a little bit?
Yeah.
Have you regained all that was stolen?
No.
Not?
No.
They cleaned out that farm when you were at Chipper United?
Yeah.
What did you lose?
About 47 goats, 123 chickens. Borehole pumps and all of that. So, yeah, it's quite a lot.
So they stole the borehole pump as well?
Yeah.
Hoping that wherever they go, they're going to find a borehole and it's going to work. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You never know with people.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But do you find that as in your escape? I mean, you're in this murky world of football where you go round and round. I mean, I mentioned the whole Chipper thing, but you never know where your next job is going to be. Do you find drifting away to Brits as being an outlet for you to be away from the madness of the city or the madness of football?
I say for a day, I just find peace. But, you know, there's always this thing that will come back, you know, and that's football. You know, the fact that I'm not coaching always come back to me.
Are you surprised you're not coaching right now? Because I thought, given again, the person that always calls upon you to come through, before he called Lieutenant Losema to go there, I thought he would give you a call. Did he give you a call? Did you reject him this time? Or was there no phone call? Be honest now. Be honest.
My family refused.
So you're trying to answer that by saying you considered it, but your family said no.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I thought of it. And but also at the back of my mind, there was this thing to say, are you really going to embarrass yourself again? And is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? You know, so or do that to your career. But what made me not consider was the fact that there's only 4 matches left. You know, and I'm not gonna try and keep on playing Jesus. You know, save clubs every time.
Well, save them.
Or save them every time.
Them.
You know.
So you're saying on record that he did actually call you, though?
It might backfire on me. Yeah. It may backfire.
But did he make the call to you? Did he call you?
Somebody called me.
From the club?
Yes.
But representing him?
Yes.
Okay. And then you told them under no circumstances?
No, not really. I was not harsh. I just made him understand, to say, look, this time around, it's not only about me. If it was about me, yes, it's my family as well. So unfortunately, I can't. Much as I respect people and their decisions, but this time I can't.
But you've been a victim of about 4 or 5 games and you get fired, so there's not much time to do much anyway.
Yeah, I consider those as well.
Yeah.
To say, but do you give me a chance, and all of that. And also the biggest thing is to say, am I not blocking a better club? Because remember, I haven't had any club with good resources.
I remember you said, especially after the 2019 victory in the Nedbank Cup, you said you wish one day that a club with resources can take you up. I think half of South Africa believe that you can coach any of the big three.
Yeah.
But the big three don't believe so. Why do you think so?
Well, I think it's a number of things. I think it's trust also, and also I think people listen too much to things that are not true. When I say that, I mean you hear things, whether they are true or not, but you hear somebody saying, hey, you might be considered at this club, and somebody within the club, no, this Dan is not okay, he's stubborn, because that was the common word,
stubborn,
that I'm stubborn. And it's people who have never interacted with me or worked with me at any given time.
So they're prejudging you?
Yeah, well, I think it's fear.
Of a stubborn guy with results.
No,
who's taken an NFD team to win a Nedbank Cup.
Yeah, I think it's fear because maybe with the players as well. Players will tell you how strict I am.
Yeah.
And players will tell you that I don't do favors.
Sure.
And it goes to the other sphere of football. Where me with people who phone me and they say, man, take this player and we'll make a plan, me and you. We are done, me and you. I'm not going to answer your calls anymore.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to talk to you
Is
anymore.
that mainly like agents?
It's not only agents.
Yeah.
It's people around football. I've had those a lot. You go. As soon as I get a club, my phone is now quiet.
Because there's no player to dangle in front of you?
No. There's none. Sure. So, but as soon as something comes up, some people will start calling me and say, hey, this player, we are not going to be long in this game. That's the phrase that people make, And
but do they promise you? I mean, I know you're a very honest person as well, but do they say to you, Dan, here's my player, he's worth X amount, and I'm willing to give you X amount, Konen? Do they
percentages? Yes.
Yeah. Do they offer you percentages?
Yeah.
And you say what to them?
No.
As a matter of principle?
No, not with me.
So maybe that's where the stubbornness then comes in, is that you're not willing to budge on crooked things.
Yeah, because I'm protecting the brand and Malesela as well. It must have integrity. And people must respect me at all times. Because you do this thing once, and when you go to another club, you've differed with this guy somewhere else and whatever. He's gonna say, that one I know him.
He'll do it.
Yeah, he sells players or he sells positions. So I don't want to find myself in that situation.
I mean, talk about your phone being quiet. Is it strange for you at this stage of the Nedbank Cup for you not to be involved?
Yesterday we were talking with my wife and I said, because this is around my birthday.
Yes.
The 27th of May. And normally during that time, it's buzzing in my life.
Yes.
I'm either going to the semi-finals or going to the finals or, something major is happening. And it has become a seasonal thing for me. So in a long, long time, this is probably the most quiet birthday area or birthday era.
I think the last time when you wanted to, and you came to our studio, we even did that whole birthday cake for you. We were celebrating both the win and your birthday as well. Because you are now 2 years away from 60, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that quietness, given the fact that back then. I mean, TS Galaxy was literally 10 months old. 10 months old. You played against the Kaizer Chiefs, who at that stage were 49 years old. 49 years old, and had won the Nedbank Cup 13 times.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about a pushover team. So when Lepasa comes through, scores that magical goal, it's game over. That would have awoken a lot of people to say, we need to get this guy closer to us. But they didn't have the same belief in you as they did somebody that you respected, like a Ted Dumitru. They overlook a Dan Dance, Malesela, at the big teams, despite the fact that you have evidence of being able to win. Do you think that mindset will ever change?
A friend of mine said to me, you are being impatient, too impatient. I said, I'm getting old. I'm not being impatient, but I'm getting old. He says, no, you can coach up to 70. And I said, yeah, but I need to win things, And he said this phrase that was nice. He says, one lucky clap is gonna take you. Not you are going to be lucky to go to another club. He says one lucky clap one day will take you, and they will thank themselves for that.
You've made no bones many years ago. I don't know if it still holds true now. And I know Gavin Hunt is there right now. But let's just talk about it. You said you really wished you could coach SuperSport United. Why?
Yeah, because at that time, there were just this team that is going on with their business quietly. They have resources. They had all the things. They had quality players that I thought, when I look, you could do something with, and the youth policy as well was very good.
Yeah,
the youth structure was good. So I thought it was one of those teams that were, a good team to go to.
It still would be a good team to go to, even if it had happened way after Gavin is gone. And we never talk about spaces when there is no space available. So we will leave that respect. But I think I just wanted to get your mind around it. Like I said, today I want you to drink water. I want you to chill and absorb what people have got to say about you, because, the WhatsApp voice notes are flooding through. There are plenty of tributes, because maybe sometimes, Dan, we are guilty of not saying thank you enough to you.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
The Galaxy S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel camera brings you wow-worthy resolution. So much resolution, in fact, that you'll be able to zoom, crop scale, and print your images without losing any detail. Now that's epic. Buy any Galaxy S23 now and add the Galaxy Watch 5 from only 49 Rand per month. And get free Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, valued at 3,999. Galaxy S23 series. Share the epic. T's and C's apply.
Buy a Mahindra SUV by the 30th of April with no deposit and enjoy a 3-month payment holiday. Test drive the bold and dynamic XUV 300, explore active living with the XUV 700, or unleash real adventure in the all-new Scorpio N. Your next adventure awaits. Visit your nearest Mahindra dealer today or visit mahindra.co.za and book your test drive. T's and C's apply.
Monster Jam is back, featuring 8 of the world's best trucks and drivers, including Megalodon, Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, and more, competing in racing skills and freestyle competitions for the event championship. Plus, see freestyle motocross live. Monster Jam is full throttle family fun. Coming to the FNB Stadium 29 April. Book your tickets now at showtime.co.za. Brought to you by McDonald's in association with SuperSport and 947.
Enjoy the feel-good rush after a workout, the long-term fitness rewards, plus a free 3-month premium membership upgrade when you join Virgin Active today. Sign up as a premium member. You'll get 50% off fees for 3 months. Call 0860-GET-FIT or visit your nearest Virgin Active to get started. virginactive.co.za. T's and C's apply.
The ones who know fly SAA's growing route network. They choose SAA to Cape Town, Accra, Harare, Mauritius, Lagos, and more. And now, they'll be able to fly to Blantyre, Lilongwe, Windhoek, and Vic Falls. Take to the skies with SAA. We know where you want to be, and we know how to get you there. Book now at flysaa.com or call your nearest travel agent.
We bring you great hits and exciting entertainment.
And our presenters enjoy doing it.
But we also have to follow the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct.
In order to give you balanced programming, fair comment, and accurate news.
If for some reason you feel that we're not following this code,
we want to know about it.
So please contact us on comments@947.co.za.
If you're still not satisfied, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission.
Email bccsa@nabsa.co.za. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The SAFA CEO, Advocate Tebogo Motlanthe, is with us. Sir, because I remember back in those days, players were getting 50,000 Rand for a qualifier win, and that was many years ago. Do you think that we are serving them right financially? Do you think you could do better than 60,000 for a qualifier win?
Of course, Rob, that's what we are moving for, to say commercial partners come on board. Give me 2-3 weeks. I should be announcing 2 sponsors. One for the regional leagues, which did not have a sponsor for a long time,
right?
And one for Bafana.
Would it be a long-term sponsor, or are they just capitalizing on the fact that they've qualified for Africa Cup of Nations?
Rob, the principle which one has took when it goes to negotiations is that we can't treat sponsorships like donations.
Marawa Sports Worldwide. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Hi Rob, it's Chico Emden. Rob, you've got a legend there as a player and being the first captain to lift the then Pop Save Super Bowl 1988. I watched the game at Ellis Park. Obviously, Kilamake, who will not recall Umbazo at the back, was superb. Innocent Mayoyo, you name them. Rob, I've always criticized Utentens, who is a typical student of the game, and his team resembles the philosophy that was plowed in by the legendary Ted Dimitru. May his soul rest in peace. Only thing that I criticize him for, that I always say is not going to last in teams, he only plays the Tentens way. He doesn't get cognizance or plan in cognizance of the opposition. You'll have the Kevin Hunts of this world who will tell you, have the possession the whole night, but I will beat you. How does he change or adapt to various systems and types of plays? We now all know his philosophy, but he needs to change for him to grow in the game. Chico.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. Here. And good evening to your guest there, Mr. Tentens Malesela. Wow, one of the most exciting players at Orlando Pirates. Represented the club, was a captain of the club as well. He lifted the Pop Safe Super Bowl, but sadly, his career got cut short because of a horrendous career-ending injury that he suffered in his playing days. But then, looking at his coaching, he is one of the most prolific coaches that we have right now. But looking in his career, I would love to find out from Utentens, which has been his most difficult time as a player. I mean, we've seen his difficult times as a coach. Yes, put it simple in 2 words, Chippa United. We do not need to go any further than that. We've seen that he has been through difficulties as a coach, simply with Chippa United, and of course a couple of clubs. But looking in his playing career, which has been the most difficult time in his career.
Evening Rob nama shareholders Grootman Utentens. Rob anginakulo kuningi, but I just want to ask Grootman is it not possible for him to go back to Mamelodi Sundowns and ask for a job there, because really whatever Chippa Mpengezi has done to him, it pains our heart as Mamelodi Sundowns supporters to see Grootman asokola kamkho damana msokodisa ngawana. So I'm asking, it's not possible for him to go back to Mamelodi Sundowns and coach the young ones, as he knows the culture of the team. It's Petros from Pretoria Central.
Petros at Pretoria Central. Thank you so much indeed. It is Marawa Sports Worldwide. 947 for my FM, Rise FM, Sowetan Live, wherever you're listening to us around the country, the continent, and the world. It's a Friday. His name is Dan Malesela, former captain of Orlando Pirates, 1988, as they've been saying, lifting the Bob Save Super Bowl at just the age of, 23 years old. Can you imagine? One of the youngest at Orlando Pirates as a captain to lift silverware. And that is why today he sits here with a great deal of pride, knowing that he's achieved more than most as a leader, as a football player. And maybe let me start off with what Hulufalang was asking. He says, what has been the most difficult time and a period for you, not as a coach, but as a football player?
The period of my injury. Very difficult.
Was that kind of ended it, eh?
Well, people were saying it's done, you know. But it's the struggles around that time, you know, that I had. Very sad situation, you know, because at that time I had not missed a single game for the club, you know, so and what was happening to me was just sad, but I've gone over that.
But how did you handle it? Because sad, yes, you're a human being, you're missing out on some valuable time, but how did you handle it? Who gave you the support?
Well, very few people, you know. Very few of my friends, you know, not much coming from a lot of people, my teammates and all of that.
But why though? That's strange.
It was strange. It was very funny because for most of the players, I just helped them a lot, you know, with their career. Not only with that, you know, I also help people with their finances and all of that. You know, it was very strange, but I got to understand, you know, the out of sight, out of mind situation. And maybe people are right when they say I'm stubborn, but in a different way. And I just said to myself, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to come back. And, you know, when I come back, I'm going to come back a better person, you know, because the support of the doctor also was very good.
Yeah.
You know, he showed me pictures that you wouldn't want to see in your life. And he said, these people are still playing. They are back in the game. They're doing this. Even people that I was watching, you know, overseas, you know, show me pictures of those. And he says, you can heal, you know, so don't worry about it.
Sure.
So I drew strength from that as well.
Because in the year where you won the Bob Save, you, in a season, and we've got to remind people that it wasn't 16 teams that were there, you were able to amass, over 37 games that you played for.
Yeah.
And literally the next year, and I found this to be remarkable because you probably played the most number of games in your career, 50 games. You managed to score 2 goals in that season. It wouldn't have been an easy feat given your position that you played, but that's how consistent you were.
Yeah.
How did you manage that load?
Yeah, well, I think what the doctor said is that one of the things that, besides the tackle, one of the things that made me get injured was because my bones were tired.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. Well, something that, an impact like that, and you haven't been resting, can result into my injury. So that's one thing that made me understand. But besides the 50 games, you must remember we would play Saturday, and the club will say Sunday it's a friendly. Somewhere we have to travel to Palabora, somewhere, you know, and it was almost a weekly thing if we were to play on a Saturday, and it was a home game at Orlando. So I played more than the official
games.
The official matches, you know. So and I didn't miss any. I didn't miss any training. I didn't miss any game.
But then again, it's a different time, a different era where they didn't have these modern technology things where you do your recovery, you hop into ice baths, you do all of these fancy things.
No. Our recovery is on my way home. Recovery is on my way home. If we've had a bad game and because at first I was using a taxi, to go home. So it was quite a distance from my house, from where the taxi would drop me off and to my house, to my home. So, and the recovery was from the supporters. So. Yeah. We didn't have,
no regeneration, nothing.
The one thing that was good at that time was that the doctor was advanced.
Okay.
Very advanced.
All right. Let's not spend too much time there, because let me get to the back to Sundowns question, because I want to get to the tributes. Of course, yeah. Is that a possibility? Because we see a lot of former players find a home, and a permanent home, at Sundowns, because they accommodate them in different ways, with the scouting for players, with the coaching the youth levels, with the coaching the ladies teams, etc. There's always a different layer. I mean, Peter Ndlovu has been there for many years in an admin situation. Trotmanot has been there for many years in an admin scenario as well. What about Dan Malesela? Do you ever consider that?
I have. And so many times I've worked at Sundowns after football, so I know how it is. You see,
tough one.
No, not that I would not go. I would go. It's always circumstantial. Circumstantial. It depends, on what you are called to do, and whether you be comfortable with it. I would.
Would you be one of the three? Let's say, and I'm not being a doomsday sayer, but I'm just trying to use the imagination. Let's say a Mangoba were to leave, and they say, come in and plug that gap. So you still work with Steve, you still work with Rulani, you're part of the trio. Yes, Wendell will be there as the goalkeeper coach, but would you work in a structure like that?
When I was working at Royal AM, I said I was not comfortable.
Yeah.
But I also said, maybe it depends where you are.
But maybe they didn't get it right. Maybe they didn't understand what Sundowns were doing, and were just trying to replicate it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said maybe in a different club it may work, but it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get to the one Chico that you asked about him changing his ways, but I just thought, you know what? You remember this guy.
Hola Mrio. Hayi mfana ngithi mina ngifisela inhlanhla mfethu kulo msebenzi owenzayo mfethu. Noma abantu bangazama ukucikela phansi benzeni wena nje into ekufuneka uyenze Mrio. Thatha zonke izinto uzibhekise kumdali phezulu baba. Indlela zakho zoba right. Akunamuntu ozokuthathela le talent onayo baba mfethu. Ngicela singathi inkosi ngaba nawe nomndeni wakho ube right mfethu, uthole umsebenzi o right, uthole neclub e right. Thank you ngiyabonga.
Awu Brizo. I don't even have to tell you who that is, eh?
Yeah, Bashin.
Albert Bashin Mahla.
She's my roommate.
Through your time at Pirates, eh?
Yes.
Funny human being, though, eh?
Very funny. Very neat.
Always tucked in his shirt.
Lovely clothes, expensive. Me, I didn't like.
Mashwaban.
Me, I don't like expensive clothes. Bashin used to, drag me to all these shops.
Yeah, Carlton Center.
Yeah, Carlton Center particularly, so, and he made me spend money that I was not supposed to, so I got used to it, but
at an expense.
Yeah, but what a person, we would sit in the room.
Yeah.
Every camp for me and him was valuable. That's why all the celebrations that we had, me and him, and all of that, they were planned in the room, so
rehearsed.
Yes, they were rehearsed, and we would also plan about how to beat the opponents and all of that, in the room.
Yeah,
not including the other players. We forgot about the other.
It was just the two of you.
Yeah, Mamrio,
I hope you didn't rehearse him kicking the flag in the corner kick.
Hi, Rob, and hi to your listeners. This is Opa Mabuza, 21 Jump Street, former Orlando Pirates defender. Rob, today you're hosting one of the best the greatest. Actually, he's a master to me. When I arrived at Pirates 1991, those were the guys that I found in the team. Him and the late Bazuga, the late Ratelele, Obrilikwane. They made the life easy for me. Then Malesela is the best, I'm telling you, the best. He was like a coach. We were driving together from Pretoria to Joburg, and he was always encouraging us, always helping us as youngsters. And I'm very grateful to have him been in my life. To find him at Pirates, he made life very easy for me. I am very, very grateful. Dan, my brother, thank you so much for everything that you have done for me when I arrived at Pirates. When you are a Pretoria guy coming to Pretoria, from Pretoria to Joburg, you find life a bit difficult in Joburg, especially in a big team like Orlando Pirates. But you guys made it easy for me, and I gained a lot of experience from you. You were always there, and I wish you all the best in your life, coaching career. I'm very proud for what you have achieved as a coach, and everything that you have done, you deserve it. I wish you all the best. May God bless you, you and your family. Thank you.
21 Jump Street. I'm a 2000 will never understand what 21 Jump Street is, eh? But that was the nickname, Oupa Mabuza.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that? I mean, from the heart.
Yeah, these guys are going to make me emotional.
Please don't cry.
Yeah, no.
We still have another 18 minutes.
No, I'm holding it in, so.
But let it out if you want.
Yeah, these youngsters, they were so amazing, know, and when you look at them, I had this thing, that was in me, to say there's a lot of talent that is ignored, in the country, not only in Pretoria.
Yeah.
There's a lot of youngsters. I always had a passion of bringing up fresh blood into the club and all of that. And not only did I do it in Pretoria, or did I encourage the guys who came from Pretoria, I also picked up some people from Soweto as well, from the juniors of the club, and I'm happy that for every single one that I said, this one must come to the club, all of them played.
Wow.
And not only for a short period, but played for a long, long time. And I'm so proud of them. Very, very proud.
There's going to be a lot that you're going to be proud of, because I'm going to dig out a football player that you have not heard from in a very long time. We had to go to the mountains, the hills, the valleys. As in, let me not sound like Thabo Mbeki.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
What do you consider amazing? At Lexus, we believe it's bringing the future a little bit closer to today. That's why the next generation Lexus NX has the Lexus Safety System Plus that protects people inside and out. A driver-focused cockpit with a 14-inch touchscreen. And Hey Lexus, a virtual assistant that reacts intuitively to you. The next generation Lexus NX. Next is now. Lexus. Experience amazing.
Some call them heroes, resilient, or geniuses. At Bright, we call them business owners, and we understand the challenges they must overcome in their fight for success. Helping them prepare for almost any eventuality is always a Bright decision, clearing tomorrow's obstacles and allowing business owners to focus on success today. Visit brightinsure.co.za or contact your broker to find out more. Bright Insurance. Approach risk with purpose. Bright Insurance Company Limited is a licensed insurer and authorized FSP.
Enjoy worry-free connectivity with this red-hot deal from Vodacom. Get the Alcatel H872V home router on a home internet plan with up to 10 megabit per second download speed for only 349 Rand per month over 36 months. Save 1,800 Rand. Plus, you get a free Volcano Mini UPS, so you'll stay connected even when the power's off. Miss it, miss out. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Rolling Stone calls it deliciously dark. The Hollywood Reporter calls it TV's best show of the century. While Tabang Modiadia from Deep Slut calls it the most riveting example of modern-day Shakespeare. Everyone's talking about the 4th season of the Emmy Award-winning series Succession. Don't miss the drama, deception, and family betrayal in the final chapter of this gripping HBO show. Sign up to watch at showmax.com.
Are you feeling rushed and stressed with traffic, laundry, dinner, and the rest? Worried about the dark hours creeping near because of the pesky sheds? Oh dear. I shame South Africa. You need a reason to smile. MasterChef and savings are back at Spar. Shop and collect stickers every time you spend 100 Rand or more and save up to 70% on the gold and silver colored MasterChef cutlery collection or the MasterChef cast iron casserole dish. Turn every meal into a MasterChef moment only when you shop at Spar. T's and C's apply. Spar, we're for smiles.
You're missing out if you haven't tried Lotto Star's live games. Looking for card, dice, or money wheel games? We've got it. Bet now on our popular blackjack, roulette, poker, game shows, and baccarat games and stand to win payouts of up to 10 million Rand instantly. Bet now on lottostar.co.za, your world of live games.
Lotto Stars, licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The president of Basketball Africa League, Amadou Gallo Fall. What does it take to qualify?
Okay, so you have to win your local national league.
Yeah, more like a regional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, a country. Think about the Champions League. Yeah. You know, the teams that are playing in our league are champions in their countries. So we have 12 teams. Our first champion was Zamalek from Egypt.
Wow.
And then last year, US Monastir won the title, beating Petro from Luanda, Petro Atletico Rwanda.
Yeah. Jeez, when you talk about Petro Atletico Rwanda, it almost sounds like a football Champions League game, and I suppose that's why they keep the consistency. It's like, your Real Madrids and your Barcelonas as well. Whatever happens in football happens in basketball as well, and that's how they keep the legacies moving forward without having to change the name.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Oh man, I don't know when last you'd have heard this man's voice. When last you'd have heard his name. It's not a very long voice note, but trust me, the trouble that we went to just get hold of it means the world to all of us.
Good afternoon, South Africa. My name is Pio Nogueira, ex-Orlando Pirates soccer player, and I wish all the best for Dame Malesela, my ex-captain. Very good player and very good coach. And I wish you all the best for Dame. Good luck, my brother. God bless you. Okay? God bless you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think your reaction said it all, eh?
Oh, wow.
You didn't expect that one, did you?
No, I didn't.
Pio Nogueira.
No, I didn't. I have some form of communication with him.
Yeah.
So we do send messages, so to each other from time to time.
And, he was at training when he did the tribute, and I will post the video because I've got the video as well. You know what? Please don't say anything.
Maluput and your listeners in Sports Worldwide. I just wanted to say salute to the captain himself, the African and South African football identity professor, the legend, and lastly, the leader by right. I hope God will grant you all the strength and power in defending our football identity. You'll always be my friend, colleague, and the student of the game. I just wanted to say we're grateful to be always represented by your school of thought in football, and you are admired by all of us who shared the captaincy and who shared the jersey under your leadership, and we are grateful for all that you have displayed for this country in South Africa. May God bless you, and may you forever keep the identity in your style of football. God bless you.
That's Innocent Mayoyo. I'm going to come back and get all of your reaction because, trust me, it's almost like, when you're queuing up to go and vote. The first time we went to vote, there were queues and queues of people. That's exactly what happened when we announced that you're coming onto the show. Not just ordinary people, football players that played. We got tons of voice notes. But, Innocent Mayoyo is a captain himself. He's a journeyman. He's somebody who has succeeded. But you also get people who are captains and leaders, and also this human being
Good evening, Rob. Hi, Dan. It's Ernest Mtawali. You have one of the best defender to come out of Mzansi. He was far ahead of his time. If you could compare Dan with any defender in the world, it has to be Franco Baresi of AC Milan and Italy national team. Dan could play it from the back with confidence. He was a captain fantastic for Orlando Pirates, and later in his career he came to join us at Mamelodi Sundowns. Upon his arrival at Sundowns, he fitted like a hand inside a glove to the shoe shine and piano style. He was comfortable on the ball and with fantastic organizational skills. Remember, he came into a quality side full of stars. Iwe Kambule, may his soul rest in peace, Lake Murife, Brix Mudau, Zen Musa. Dan Dance was building play from the back way before the tic-tac was made popular by Barcelona. What I admire about him, that even when he transitioned into coaching, the Dan Dance tic-tac philosophy of football blueprint is still there. He hated losing, cheaply position of the ball as a player. To this day, teams where he has coached applied this philosophy during his tenure. Dan Dance, wishing you all the best in your coaching career. Your blend of football will definitely bring the fans back into the stadiums, trusting that the president, chairman will give you opportunity to take our football to greater heights.
Ernest Chirwali, why Mtawali? I told you, we're just going to keep you quiet because, trust me, up until the end of the show, you're not even going to have time to breathe onto the microphone.
Thank you, RM, for inviting Masia to your show. The former captain of Orlando Pirates, Manning Rangers, Mamelodi Sundowns, all with huge success. I am for it, Masia. You are a South African coach who believes in the South African talent, and you will always pay the price for that. Just remember, stay true to yourself and rest assured the truth has very long legs that will always stand the test of time. I wish you well and hope that things come right for you. South Africa needs you. We would like to see you back in action at AN11. All the best and the very best to the show. Keep up the good work, both of you. With kind regard.
Zippo Dlangalala, if you don't know who that is. It's a Zippo. But you know what? It's the younger generation, but also the older generation of legends paying tribute to a legend.
Hey, Rob. Good evening. Hope you guys you well there. And let's say good evening to all our listeners and all our football followers in the country. I got it from the grapevine that you're sitting with one of the soccer legends. They're both in playing and in coaching. You're sitting with Dan Dance Malesela, one of the greatest coaches that the country has produced. I know, Robert, a lot of people, especially the young group of people, know him only as a coach. He played for Orlando Pirates and he commanded the position. He played in a defensive position. What a player he was. Very energetic, Robert, and very hard tackler. He wouldn't just let the player pass on with the ball. It's either Gundruli ball or Salumunt or Gundruli ball. That's how that man you're sitting with was. His coaching, Robert, has proved that he's been a good coach. He coached teams like Chipa, he coached TX Galaxy, he coached Royal AM, he coached Gallants. And if you look at all those teams, the type of football they play in, Robert, more or less the same. That is tactical work that Malesela has planted in those teams. Was a very good coach, Robert, and I can't tell you lies. Hey, Robert, but when that man turns and he becomes angry, it's like the eyes will fall out of the sockets. He doesn't laugh. He looks at you, stares at you. But on the other hand, what a good handler of players, good dealer with players. He would motivate the players to play the type of football he expects them to play, to deliver. And I'm telling you, Robert, if you look at the teams that I've mentioned, the type of football they play, they're playing very, very good football. Dance, I would like to say to you, my brother, nothing to despair about. You've coached very well, you've done your well, you're still going on, Dance. Greater things are coming your way. I think it's unfortunate in our football, the type of football that people want to see, it's not coming forth and people get frustrated. But the biggest thing is the disrespect that comes from our club owners. You know, they hire you today, they fire you tomorrow, they don't mind. Even hiring you today and fire you even before you could start coaching, they fire you. But what can we say? Dance, I'm saying to you, keep on going on. You're doing well. Let's not worry about what people say about us. Let's worry about what we can do to improve our football. I think you are one of those type of people. I'm saying to you at this point in time, regards to your family, and make sure, Dance, that whatever you do it with open heart. Nobody must tell you what and not what to do. Do what you need to do to see those teams succeeding. You've proved it. I don't want to hear what people say. I'm saying to you, brah, ala, Robs, thanks for having me talking to the legend sitting there. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, from Shanks Mashaba. Wow, thank you so much indeed. Also getting a message here, from Benson Mhlongo. Benson says, evening, Baba, please, can you send my respect to Mr. Malesela? He says, for being the man and the coach that he is, I look up to him. Thank you too. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, I can show you. These are all the messages that people are watching live right now. We're still trying to deal with another issue of gazillion tributes that are pouring through from former players, coaches, and legends themselves. Ngishilo ukuthi ngicela uthule baba. Ulalele. Ngicela ukutshela nje umuntu omdala osongqongqoza ku60 ukuthi
the honor today, Dame Malesela, so fantastic player and gentleman. I had the opportunity with him in Orlando Pirates many years ago. But above the player, so quality his technique, his vision to creativity, to attack and to marking. Very few centre back you can find in this time in South African football. Yes, there's other players also, but the way I saw him in Orlando Pirates is unbelievable. And I believe his technical aspect, he contribute to him, to growing the coach, the way the team play and his commands. Difficult thing, to put, the Galassi, Marumo, Chipa, etc., etc. This is the reason he transferred his technical aspect to the ball position. And I wish to him to have the job as soon as possible because his talents, we cannot waste him. Then I salute you today because it's not about liar, about player. It's about the factor that was watching you to play in many, many occasions. I watching you also when you coaching. Unfortunately, still wrong thing in South Africa when people put knife behind the back. But to you, be patient because God, He will give to you the opportunity again to show. And I also must pay tribute to mentor who was Ted Dumitri, one of the coaches who leave the legacy in South African football and too many clubs. He was your mentor. I know very well. You follow him, his idea, his vision, and his technical aspect to development players. And this is the reason today I say to you, well done, you leave the legacy. I wish you all the best and good luck. And this job will not easy. People thinking to coaching is easy, but God, He will blessing you to find the job as soon as possible because you have family. I wish you the best and good luck in the future. And remember, continue believing in yourself, continue believing in your football, continue believing in your capacity, and well done. Stay blessed. Dan Malesela.
Oh man, Dan Malesela. That's Augusto Palacios, the legend himself. I mean, we're talking to people. Look at Ernest Mtawali. Ernest rub shoulders. One of the few people on the field to rub shoulders with the great Diego Maradona. And here you have a man from Peru in Augusto Palacios sending you the tributes that he does. You know what? Hey.
I've known Dan Malesela since 1987 when he joined Orlando Pirates. He joined Pirates as a striker, and I remember after the JPS Cup final in 1987 against Durban Bushbucks, Joe Frickleton spotted him at the club, and he informed the then chairman, the late Brasixty Mali, that had they used Dan Malesela as their defender at that time, they wouldn't have lost the cup. And from then on, he was converted to a defender. He was a very committed person as a defender, and it was not very easy to beat Dan Malesela. I remember one game he had diarrhea, and they had to give him bananas so that he can come and play. That's how important he was for the team.
Bananas!
Even though he was not feeling good, but he still played and did well for the team. And we've been friends since then. We never looked back. And we've had a good relationship, and he was a very important part of the team. And until he was injured, which sort of broke his momentum and still injured as he was still committed to an extent that he was helping the team as a coach with brass keeper Esther Homani at that time until he recovered and started playing again. Even though he was not the same, but he still had that courage and momentum to help the team. So he was a very important part of the team, and I clearly believe that he contributed a lot to the team up to where it was until the Coca-Cola Cup 1992 that we won against Sundowns. And now as a coach, you could see that he's got a lot of potential and he's very grounded. So, Dale Malesela, I wish you luck in all that you are doing. We will support you behind the scenes and keep well. Thanks.
Do you have any clue who that was? Just a name.
I was battling, eh?
Eggy?
Precious.
Yebo, of course.
I doubted, and
Never doubt yourself.
I doubted, and I said, Iggy, because some of the things he's saying okay.
No, because he talked about you having diarrhea and eating bananas.
Good evening, Rob. Dan Malesela as well. Look, Rob, I think for me, Dan Malesela is somebody who has basically started my professional football career through him and Nick Seshweni identifying me. And after them having identified me, and I was invited to come for trials at Orlando Pirates, and it was a very successful trial. And with his support, his leadership, remember he just won the Pop Save as a captain of Orlando Pirates, and he never took that to use it against anybody who comes. And given that I was also coming to play in the same position that he was playing in, and I would just want to say thank you to him for his leadership, and I really appreciate to have played alongside him. We recognize his current job as a coach. We know he's doing well, and unfortunately things are not working out the way we expect it to be. And however, he should not be discouraged. He should keep on doing what he's doing. We recognize the good work that he's doing, and I just want to wish him all the best of luck in his future endeavors. And thank you very much. Congratulations, Dan, for everything that you have done in terms of contribution to the development of our football, and continue to do so. Thank you very much.
You only have time to say goodnight. We'll do a part 2 for you to accept all of these and all of the ones we haven't played from our listeners. I want to thank you so much, Dan Malesela. As emotional as you are right now, I needed to squeeze each and every one in. Have a glorious weekend. Get back to coaching. We miss you.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. In 3, 2, 1. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
60 seconds, 10 questions, and up to 10,000 Rand. It's a 10,000 Rand pop quiz with Suzuki on Anele and the club. Wake up! Suzuki turns everything into a fun adventure.
Laura Shepherd, 10 questions, 60 seconds. We're counting you down. 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
What animal